Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. So these messages are dated for my regular followers. For those of you that stumble across them at any time, just know that they're timeless for you. Pick a pile and see what messages Spirit wants to bring you for that particular week that you find yourself in. So this weekly pick a card reading is from Monday the 21st to Sunday the 27th of August if you follow me regularly. Now I do quick apology for my voice and my sniffles. I've got terrible hay fever at the moment. I am well, but yeah, it's just the hay fever. So I've been sneezing a lot this morning, so we're just going to see how we go. So please bear with me, my friends. Let's get started. Okay everyone, we have pole number 1, pole number 2, pole number 3 and pole number 4. I thought my desk looked a little bare. I'd forgotten to put the shells there. So we have pole number 1, pole number 2, pole number 3 and pole number 4. Okay, so take your time, my friends. Pick a pole that you feel drawn to, called to by the shell, or I love these Enchanted Heart oracles because they've got, each card has a different image, so I feel the image can draw you in. They're beautiful, aren't they? Yeah, I'm quite taken by them actually. Pause the video if you need to, and remember, my friends, if you feel drawn to select more than one pole, select as many poles as you feel called to. I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pole number 1. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. Just pop it. Okay. So we've got the 2 of Wands, beautiful. We've got the Queen of Cups and we've got Temperance. Oh, lovely energy, my friends, lovely energy. We've got Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And we have Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. I really love where this is going. And as your overall energy, we've got the Bower Bird and we've got the Unicorn. That's lovely. And I am getting a sense here with the Unicorn, dream the world into being. Definitely this 2 of Wands. I'm getting this sense of something magical, pole number 1, on the horizon. And it's, you know, sometimes amazing things happen, like something magical can be something really quite surprising that sort of is I want to say shocking, but in a good way. But this is not. This energy just kind of flows into you. I just feel there's a real sense of calm. And I feel calmness in your outer world and calmness in your inner world with your emotions. This Temperance card, I'm seeing so much healing and gentleness. The universe taking care of everything for you. Pole number 1, it's exactly the reading I needed today. Just this sense of calm. You know, my nose is quite blocked and I'm feeling well, but just hay fever, and I'm probably going to have a sneezing fit because I'm having sneezing fits all morning. But there's just this energy of And I feel like Spirit's saying, Christelle, take your time with this reading, go slow. And I feel like I'm embracing your energy, pole number 1. I feel like it's your energy that is calming. It's your world around you. I was going to say that is calm, but Spirit actually said to me, for some of you, it may actually not be calm, but you will stay calm in no matter what energy you find yourself. So that's really beautiful. So my friends, let's start with your overall energy. Your overall energy, so you've got 2 overall energies. I like to have one at each end of the reading. You've got the bowerbird, and the bowerbird is a bird that loves to decorate. It loves the color blue, it loves shiny things, and the male bowerbird will make really elaborate, very decorated nests for to attract a mate. And I feel this bowerbird, I feel that your calm energy, I'm feeling like this blue energy, because the bowerbirds love the color blue. I'm feeling this blue energy around you is at the same time calm but open. It's communicative. But it's open and it's honest, and I'm seeing it very much, you're very much aligned with your throat chakra, and that is listening and speaking. The card says you can create a safe space for yourself and others. When you give to yourself, you invite the universe to give to you also. And the affirmation is, I enjoy my safe inner space and naturally gather the energies I need. And I feel this is that calm energy that I felt that, you know, Spirit even said it doesn't matter if there's turmoil around you. It doesn't matter what energy you find yourself in. You've just got this centered, calm energy about you this week, pole number 1. And I like how this card says, when you give to yourself, you invite the universe to give to you also. And I love that in your reading, my friends, because there's this sense of kind of reaping what you sow, but also it's almost like the energy you put in for you, Spirit, the universe, God will match that energy back. So if you don't care and love for yourself and love yourself, it's very difficult for the universe to bring that energy to you, because you're not going to embrace it, because you're not aligned with it. So I feel, pole number 1, you're really aligned with this. It's a really lovely energy. It's calm, it's nurturing, it's honest. I feel you're very much, and I think that's where this calm centered energy is coming from, because I feel that you're very centered in your truth. And we can build a lot out from that when our truth, our core is stable. It's secure. You know, there's a safe space when we know and understand ourselves, not so that we can make excuses, but so that we can work with that. We do build a very strong core. We are how can I say this, Spirit? We are very grounded in our truth and in our authenticness, that then everything we do comes from that space, so it's based in honesty and truth. Thank you, Spirit. I'm really getting this sense of honesty and truth. I'm really getting this sense, and I love that energy, pole number 1, with this 2 of Wands. because the Two of Wands, those of you that follow me know, that's my favorite card in the deck, for, I guess, for where I'm at in my life at the moment, because I'm constantly dreaming up a new world for myself, new possibilities. I'm in a real flow at the moment, and when I see the Two of Wands, there's this excitement to it, but your energy coming into that is very grounded, very stable, very, you understand what you need in order to move forward. You understand what you need, pole number one, in order to feel safe, to feel supported. And I'm not using the word safe as in avoiding your fears. It's not fear-based safety. It's safe where you surround yourself with people that you can be honest with. You surround yourself with people with the right kind of energy. You limit interactions with those that don't match your energy, because we have to interact with the world, so we can't just those that we don't have to interact with, then yes, let them go. Those that we do, colleagues, bosses, the people that we meet when we're doing our shopping, or our mechanic, or our neighbors, with them we just limit the contact and we stay kind and generous of spirit, but we limit the contact. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people, pole number one, I think it's something that you have been doing. I think it's something that you're very aware of as well. I think you're very aware of the people in your life that take your energy, or the people in your life, maybe pole number one, that you feel you have to give your energy to. Because remember, people can't take our energy if we don't give it. And I think you're becoming really aware of that, pole number one. You're really becoming aware of the people that you want to surround yourself with. And I think this honesty coming through, this centeredness, I really feel you're actually going to be able to say to people, enough's enough. Or you're just going to allow the universe to just move them on out. Because sometimes we don't actually have to say anything to people. I mean, those that are very, very close to us, yes, of course we do. But those that are not, they're just casual acquaintances or people we see every now and again. They're, the universe, if we say to the universe, you know what, I only want people that align with me. I want the people that are closest to me. I want them to be on the same vibration, if you like. And spirit has a way, if they're not there for a karmic reason to teach you something, spirit will just, it will just happen very naturally. Spirit just said to me, pole number one, look out for the color blue. I keep seeing blue things. And at first I saw, because of the bird, I saw blue bottle tops and things like that. Now I'm seeing blue shirts, blue jumpers, blue buildings, blue decor. There's just something about the color blue, my friends. So I don't know how that's going to sit with all of you. Maybe the people coming into your life wear a lot of blue. If you're looking for a new home, maybe this home might have a lot of blue, or it might be near the ocean or near a body of water. I'm not sure, but that's just a message that I'm getting through for you, my friends. So take that as it resonates. Now, the other overall energy you have in this reading, pole number one, is unicorn. And the card says, when you believe in magic, Special grace enters your life. Your pure heart is capable of experiencing and expressing rare beauty. And the card says, I believe in magic. And I feel very much with this energy, and just with the energies that I'm picking up just for this reading in general, without even looking at the cards, there is this, definitely this essence of magic, but I also feel that there's a lot of grace in you. That's this gentle energy that I'm feeling, this centered energy. It's very graceful. It's very I just want to say it's the opposite of harsh. This week, pole number 1, you're going to be the opposite of harsh. Even to those that annoy you, or those that maybe are unkind or untrue, I still feel like you're going to meet their energy with grace and love. I just don't think others make strange, harsh words with you, but I don't think you're taking that energy on board. I don't feel like there's any harshness coming from you. I just feel, pole number 1, that you're just not accepting bad behavior this week. You're just not accepting low energies. And I feel that you're at a level where you're understanding that when you don't accept those energies, you don't fight them or push them back. You just don't accept them. You just don't take them on board. You just don't allow them to become part of you. And also you don't allow yourself to put that energy back into the mix. So I feel that I kind of really get the feeling, especially Spirit just made me look at this canary spirit, and it says sing your own song. And I initially looked down because Spirit was calling me to the yellow. Yellow is a very joyful color. Yellow brings joy and communication, and it's very uplifting. And then my eye was drawn to sing your own song, and I feel that's the energy you're going to be bringing into the mix. It's almost like, you know, if there are harsh words exchanged on the part of somebody else, I feel like you're not going to match their energy. You're going to put your calm, graceful energy, I keep getting not harsh. You're not bringing harshness into the mix. And I feel that, you know that by bringing a different vibration, by bringing a different energy into the mix, you dilute the energy that is already there. So if there's anger, harshness, I got the word greed. That's interesting. I'm not sure how that will sit with some of you. Spirit just gave me the word greed. So I'll allow you to interpret that how it sits with you. But all those low vibrating heavy energies, you're just not going to match them. You're just not going to absorb them either. They're just literally going to bounce off you, because I feel, pole number 1, you've got better things to do. When you believe in magic, special grace enters your life. And I think this special grace entering your life is not only the energy, your energy, the energy, that high vibrating energy that you're embracing, but I feel that grace, like opportunities, abundance, magical things are entering your life. And I think you're going to start to see that this week, pole number 1. And if you're not seeing it this week, you're definitely in that energy of dreaming it up, looking at what is possible in your life. I don't know, it's very funny because this kind of like, it's a terracotta kind of color, but in my, like, when I looked at it and I went, that's an interesting color, and I thought, I don't know, I was drawn to the color, and then I'm kind of saying to Spirit, why am I drawn to the terracotta? And Spirit's just, so at first of all I thought, oh, if it was more yellow I could say, go to the beach, my friends. But Spirit's just come back and said, the earth and the water are going to be really good for you. It doesn't matter. And look at these. I just noticed, you know, you've got your terracotta and your water here, like linking the two energies. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I see. Spirit has a way of drawing my eye, and then I ask questions, and then I see more and more. This bowerbird, and you've got canary spirit, both birds. I just get this sense that you're going to fly. Like, it's a time to fly. It's a time to not get caught up in the nitty-gritty of things. I think that's where this dreaming, this magic comes into play. It's like, why would you walk when you can fly? Meaning, why would you get bogged down in too much reality when at this time Spirit's calling you to dream big? And then we've got these energies here, these matching terracottas, and it's got lizard spirit, dream your world into being, and you've got the unicorn, I believe in magic. So there's a sense here that I'm really feeling there's something very magical coming your way, or you're feeling very magical, pole number one. And I know that sounds a bit weird maybe for some of you, but what Spirit's saying with the magical is just your ability to manifest. You're feeling magical in the sense that you might say to yourself, oh, I need this thing, and it might be quite particular. And you might think, gosh, I've never seen anything quite like that. You know, maybe you want it in a specific color or a specific dimension or something. And then suddenly you walk into a shop and you're just browsing. You're not even there looking for this thing. And there it is right there in front of you. You know, it could be an item of clothing. It could be, like, I don't know, I got earlier with this blue, like maybe a house, if some of you are looking to move, to buy or to rent or something. There's this sense that maybe you go and see a house and you turn around and you see a for sale sign in the house opposite, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's it. Like, there's this sense that you feel like, gosh, I asked for that and it kind of was just there. There's this real, I mean, I know you don't have the magician here, but there's this real sense of manifesting in your reading. And I feel it's these two energies here. Sing your own song and dream the world into being. This is you embracing you. Sing your own song, walk your own path, be your own self. And I feel that, I really feel, pole number one, that you're not actually finding that difficult to do. I don't feel that it's a struggle for you to feel and embrace and understand who you are and what works for you. This sing as well is, I'm just getting this upbeat energy, and not like this crazy do energy. It's just this, the yellow, the sing, it's just uplifted energy. I feel this week, pole number one, you're going to really feel uplifted. Your energy is not drained. You're not tired. You're not lethargic. You're buoyant. You're happy, my friends. And with that mix, it's the perfect time to dream your world into being. It's the perfect time to go, right, I see who I am. I can, I see who I am clearly. I understand what I want. I understand what it means to march to the beat of my own drum, to be me, and what that entails in my outside environment. It's very wise energy. I feel at pole number 1, you've probably been through quite a few lessons, because I really find this very high vibrating, and I also find it very based in wisdom and higher understanding, and that comes from lessons and working through things and understanding ourselves better. And then you've got the tarot, my friend. So you've got this beautiful Two of Wands, and this is the world is your oyster, my friends. You've got the world in your hand, meaning your possibilities are endless. Your possibilities are only limited by how far you're willing to dream, how much you believe in the magic that's out there. This Two of Wands always shows me that there's been a past journey that has brought you to this point in time where you have a better understanding of who you are, what you want. And I was going to say where you're going, but Spirit kind of just halted me just as I was going to say it, and kind of said not necessarily, but in a sense. So what Spirit means by that, pole number 1, is that you might not exactly know where you're going. So you might not say, right, my goal is that. But you have a sense that you're moving towards a goal, even if it's still unknown at the moment. I feel you're being called and pulled to something. And I really feel for a lot of you don't know what that is. Some of you do, but for a lot of you don't know what that is or how it looks. There's very little information yet, but I feel that the feeling of it, the energy of it, it feels aligned with you. So you're heading towards something that is in alignment. You know what you're going to dream up, because this Two of Wands is a card of you've finished one journey that has brought you to where you are now. It has taught you a lot of lessons, and it's enabled you to gain a better understanding of yourself. So when you stop and you stand out and you stand and look out at the world with this new wand, it's fresh, it's new. You've turned your back on the past, meaning you've dealt with it, you've healed from it, you've let things go. And that gives you this perspective, it gives you this openness to be able to move in a direction of a whole new life for yourself. This is why I love this Two of Wands so much, because it shows, to me, it's a card of healing the past, allowing it to be what it is, and being grateful. You've learnt so much from that, but you don't need to hold on to it anymore. It doesn't exist anymore. You've just extracted the wisdom that you'll move forward with into your future. And the world in his hand is just like, you might not see possibilities yet. You might not know everything that's in front of you. But I get this feeling that the world is your oyster, that the possibilities will come. It's an energetic feeling as opposed to a logical knowing, my friends. Thank you, Spirit. That's beautiful. It's an energetic feeling as opposed to a logical knowing. And that, with the rest of your cards, especially Dream the World into Being and the Unicorn, I Believe in Magic, and sing your own song. It's this sense that when you give to yourself, you invite the universe to give to you also. You're putting yourself in a place where this says, Spirit, I'm open. I've learned from the past. I've healed and I've moved forward. I've taken those lessons and I've turned it into wisdom. And now I'm ready. This is saying a big yes to the universe. It's like, Spirit, I'm ready. I'm ready. And then you've got the Queen of Cups. And the Queens are very receptive energy. They know they will receive what they need to receive in order to move forward in their journey. And the Queen of Cups is very sent, because the cups is love, your heart, it's your emotions, it's your feelings. And the cups is also all about fulfillment. What fulfills you? What does fulfillment mean to you? Because fulfillment means different things to different people. And I feel like your feelings, I feel like this pull that you have is guiding you towards fulfillment. What fulfills you now that you are balanced? It's that core energy that I was talking about in the beginning. And the Queen of Cups knows she will receive what, excuse me, my friends, she will receive what is in alignment with her core energy that she's tapped into. And that's her authenticity, that's her core values. That's what she believes. So there's this energy of saying yes to Spirit. Yes, I'm ready for this new life. I'm ready for this new beginning. I'm ready to see where I'm guided, where I end up next. And the Queen of Cups is that beautiful energy, because this shows me that you are going to allow the universe to guide you, because this is receptive energy. She knows that the universe will bring her what she needs in order to move forward. And then we've got a major arcana, the Temperance card. And this is basically Spirit saying your guardian angel will guide you on your journey to fulfillment. This is a soul journey that's beginning for you, pole number 1. It is in complete alignment with who you are now. And what do you need to do? You just need to be open. You just need to say, yes, I'm ready. You just need to allow yourself to see the magic in the world. And Spirit's saying to me, you're already embracing that energy, pole number 1. So there's almost like nothing you need do except dream. Be open to every possibility. Look for the beauty in everything. I feel that's what's going to guide you, this beauty in everything. The bowerbird loves beautiful things. And the Temperance card is saying, you know, I'm finding with the cups here and with the feet on land, like, thank you, Spirit. Even the feet are in the right position. Look at this, that foot is in water. We've got the blue here, and this foot is on land. There's just this balance in you. You're so secure. And you might not feel that way, because when we start new journeys, we might feel a little bit nervous, but there's this, I just keep getting, there's just this centered energy that is really, really balanced. And I feel that Spirit's saying as well, with the cups and it's almost like testing the waters, that Spirit's going to do that. The major arcana is how Spirit co-creates with us, the part that Spirit plays. And I feel that with this Temperance card, Spirit is actually going to bring you things gently and calmly. Like I said at the very beginning of the reading, there's going to be things that come to you. There's going to be newness, but I don't feel it's going to be surprising and shocking in a good way. This is a very good reading, so it's all positive, but I feel like it just rolls in. It's gentle. It's almost like Spirit with this Temperance card is giving you time at every turn, pole number 1. Bringing things in slowly and gradually so you never lose that core balance that you've gained. And I think Spirit's actually going to show you that with that balance, that core, I'm sorry I keep doing this pole number 1, but I'm just seeing like this, just this core value, like just the inside of you. It's anchored to the earth. It's anchored to, you know, Spirit. So your root chakra right the way through to your crown chakra are balanced. I'm just seeing this beautiful energy flowing through you, pole number 1. And Spirit, I think it's been hard won, because Spirit doesn't want to break that. Spirit wants to bring you things, and you might sway as new things come in, but that core strength that you've gained is really gonna stay there with you. Such a gorgeous reading, my friend. Such beautiful, beautiful energy. I'm going to leave those messages there, my friends. Love, light, and blessings, pole number 1. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 2. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So we have the 4 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles. Nice. We have Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. We have Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. And I like that that is directly over the 10 of Pentacles. I feel that it is a very lucky time for you. And then your overall energy, we have connection and we have soul embrace. Very nice. Now, Spirit's just said to me, if you were drawn to pole number 1, maybe go listen to that. I get the feeling that pole number 1 is just a little ahead of you in the journey. And the reason why Spirit said that to me is because they had a darker blue here, but this terracotta color as well in their overall energy. So it's the colors that have drawn me. And Spirit said, go listen to pole number 1. If you feel drawn, if you don't feel drawn to it, your intuition is the best. So overall energy that I'm getting just straight off the bat is one of, you've got decisions to make, pole number 2. You've got choices and you've got decisions, and the more open you can be, the more you can allow yourself to see past what's right in front of you, the easier the decisions will be. The outcome is the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that's just beautiful. I'm seeing that you're at this 4 of Cups and 2 of Pentacles at the moment, and this 10 of Pentacles, pole number 2, is Spirit saying this is where you are being guided. Now, Spirit's just drawn my eye to that you've just got 3 minor arcana, no major arcana, and Spirit just said to me, it's your play, it's your turn. And Spirit just said to me, you have all the information you need, pole number 2, to make the right decision. You have everything you need. Okay, let's get into the cards. So the first overall energy is connection. And the card says, it is safe to venture onto new paths. You might feel lonely sometimes, but in your heart, you are never on your own. And the affirmation is, I am at one with life, love, and the universe through my beautiful heart. I am at one with life, love, and the universe through my beautiful heart. And I feel this connection is connecting with you. This is connecting with how you've changed, what you now want. And Spirit said to me, it will come through more strongly as what you don't want. So Spirit saying to me, knowing what you want, it might be a little bit difficult, but you're oh so clear on what you don't want. And Spirit is saying that's all you need. So there's this sense then that with that message, there's this sense that all you need to do, pole number 2, is move away from what you don't want. And Spirit is telling me there's no guesswork in that. It is crystal clear. Now, does that make it easy? In some aspects, yes, it does. Because when you see things that clearly, you can't trick yourself into staying put or not making changes or not moving away from what you don't want. But it is still challenging in the sense that we have to speak up. You know, you'll have to speak up, pole number 2, and to move away from those things that no longer work for you. You know, there's steps that you'll need to take, especially that Spirit drew, you know, kind of said to me, there's no major arcana here. This is pole number 2. It's your turn. So I feel this week, pole number 2, I really feel there's this sense of really being called to move away from what you no longer want. And I just, with the rabbit, just as I was saying that, Spirit just made me look at the rabbit, like called me to look at the rabbit. Rabbits are kind of fast, you know. It's difficult to catch a rabbit if it doesn't want to be caught. And I feel that, and I don't often get this in my readings. Normally I always say slow and steady, there's no rush. But here I get the sense that the more Spirit's giving me the word lamentate, no. Oh, I've got the word and I can't actually say it out aloud. The more you, is it lament over things? The more you armanar, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. The more you armanar about moving away from what you no longer want, the more difficult it's going to be, the harder it's going to be. It's almost like I'm getting the sense that pole number 2, things are lining up for you. So there's this sense that, let's say that you don't want to be with let's say a friend anymore, and you're just not on the same wavelength, or for whatever reason, it really, Spirit's saying it doesn't matter the reason. This friend is going to give you an out. And that's where the swiftness is going to be. So it's not running around like crazy. It's just something's going to be said, and you'll have this small window of an opportunity to just kind of go, me too. It's Spirit's not showing me how, because I guess it's going to be different for all of you, but it's almost like they'll say something like, I'm really busy, so I don't know when we can catch up next. And it's your opportunity to say, oh look, I don't mind. And to be honest, so it will take the courage, because Spirit is saying to me that you're not just going to go, oh, I don't mind, just whenever. Spirit's actually showing me that they give you an opening, but you're the one that actually needs to go, oh look, that sounds great, because I just don't feel like we're on the same wavelength, so let's just let it be and just let it, or however you want to say it. I don't know how close you are, or who this person or situation, it could be a situation, it could be where you're living, it could be anything. But I hope that makes sense, pole number 2. There's this sense that you're going to be given this window of opportunity to speak your mind. And that's why I was called to the rabbit spirit, that just that quick dart, and Spirit's just saying to me, it's not like if you miss that window, you have to stay in that relationship or in the place or the situation or whatever it is. It's just going to be that little bit harder, because you're going to be then the one that has to say, look, out of the blue, look, I'm not really that keen to stay in touch, or you're actually going to have to bring it up. So it's a very precise message, my friends, but just look out for the out that people are going to give you. You might actually find, Spirit's just given me an example as well. It might be something along the lines of at work, and maybe your boss asked you, oh look, can you cover for this person while they're on holiday? If you pause a moment before answering, they're actually going to go, oh, actually, no, that'll give you too much work. And then you can go, actually, it is too much work. They're going to give you an out. So there's this sense of pay attention, pause, to then kind of jump, it's this sense of, some of you might need to pause and, like the rabbit kind of runs in this direction, then jumps in this direction. Like, I don't know why I keep seeing the rabbit. I don't know what, maybe the rabbit means something to you, so maybe that will help you with the image, but Spirit keeps bringing me back to the rabbit. But some of you might just, if you pause that split second, they'll give you an out that then you need to jump on, you need to be swift with. It's interesting energy, my friends, but I feel that Spirit is really, it's like the ball's in your court. But remember, this reading is all about moving away from what you no longer want. That is the key to this reading. That is, Spirit just said to me, it doesn't matter where you want to head. That's not it. That's not the energy that is guiding you this week, pole number 2. The energy that is guiding you this week is what you don't want. And Spirit is being so insistent on that. So I'm wondering, for some of you, those of you that are very goal oriented, or you've got a goal in mind, this week is not the week to focus on that goal. This week is to look at what in your life is not working, it's to look at the things that no longer resonate with you. So you're kind of looking at what you don't want anymore, and that is what is going to move you forward. It's not the future oriented goal that's going to move you forward. It's the moving away from what is in your present moment that you no longer want. That is what is moving you forward. And Spirit is being very, very insistent on that. Your other overall energy is soul embrace. And the card says, the connection between souls is sacred and enduring. You are loved, you are heard, you are seen. And the affirmation is, I am nourished by bonds of deep and sacred love. And I think this week, this card means for you, pole number 2, that you are connecting with your soul. You are embracing the messages that your soul is giving you. I think, and it says you are loved, you are heard, you are seen. And I'm wondering, for the very first time, maybe in a long time, pole number 2, you're actually loving yourself enough to go, you know what, I don't want to put up with this anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to be like this anymore. And you'll then make changes. I really feel like you're listening to yourself, like you're actually hearing your soul, you're actually hearing yourself talk, you're actually hearing and feeling, you know, your feelings and your emotions, and they're guiding you away from what no longer resonates with you. And you're seeing, you see yourself. You see what a particular situation is taking from you. You see where things are no longer in alignment with you, because you see yourself. And then when we see ourselves, Spirit's asking me to explain this. When we see ourselves as we truly are, and I'm not talking about just seeing the reflection in the mirror when we look at our physical selves, but when we see ourselves, there's a level of understanding ourselves that comes with that. There's a level of acknowledging what things cost us. And I'm not meaning like money wise, but I'm meaning the energy that things cost us, like on an energetic level. So I'm just getting more messages from Spirit, because I'm just saying to Spirit, is there a better way I can explain that? Spirit's saying you'll see how everything is an exchange of energy. And when you see how everything is an exchange of energy, you come to an understanding of where you want to put your energy and where you want to give your energy. And Spirit's saying they're two things, because you might want to give your energy to another to help them in some way, or you might want to put your energy into looking for a home, or so there's this sense of giving, placing your energy where it resonates with you. And when you truly see yourself, that all becomes so much more aligned. You see where you allow others to take energy from you. They can't take your energy if you don't give it. So you'll see what drains you. You'll see where you leak energy because you just weren't aware before. And I feel there's this sense that when you see this pole number 2, I really feel you're going to get this increase in energy. Suddenly you're not leaking energy left, right and center. So there's a lot more energy left over at the end of the day to nurture yourself, to do things for you. And Spirit just said to me, you're not suddenly going to become a selfish person. Selfish being the derogative, where you don't care for others. You'll be selfish in the sense where you consider yourself first. And that is so important. This energy I just got with the blue and the terracotta, like very much the earth and the sky. And I kind of got the feeling that you're coming into a time, pole number 2, where you're really balancing your chakras. Kind of from your root chakra up, I just feel like everything's coming into balance. And I truly believe it's because you now see the energetic exchange between things and the energetic cost of things. Like some people, we can be with them just for a cup of coffee and we walk away and we're exhausted. Others, we can just get a good morning from them, a perfect stranger, just a good morning and a smile, and suddenly our step picks up. That's energetic exchange. And I think you're going to come to see that. Now, interestingly enough, you've got Turkey Spirit with give, with gratitude and grace. And I feel this is you giving to you. I'm really, I'm not American at all, and I've never celebrated Thanksgiving, but I'm really getting a sense of thanksgiving from this card today. A real sense of giving thanks for what you now see. I really feel that you're giving thanks to yourself for seeing what you see. And there's this sense here, like Spirit just said to me, even though what you're seeing is kind of bad, because you're seeing all the things that you don't want anymore, there is still this level of thanksgiving in you for seeing that. Because now when you see it, for one, pole number 2, you won't be able to unsee it. And it just shows you kind of what you've been putting up with, kind of what Spirit just said to me, where you've been letting yourself down. Because Spirit's very insistent that this is not to blame others for draining your energy or things like that. In order for others to drain our energy, we need to allow it. And how do we allow it? We allow it by staying there, don't we? We allow by letting things drag out, by, seeing that person more than we need to, or not ending the relationship, things like that. So Spirit's very much saying there's no blaming others. There's just seeing how we participate in that and how you no longer want to participate in that, pole number 2. And I'm just really getting this sense of really giving thanks. I really feel like you're going to be like, wow, I can walk away from this. Wow, by staying, I'm actually saying it's okay. And I'm wondering if you've already walked away from something, or if you're right on maybe right this week, you're going to walk away from something. And I think the first thing is, because I think it's more than one thing that you're actually cleaning up in your life, Spirit's saying. I feel that it's just going to be this very small thing, but I think it's going to make such a difference in, Spirit's telling me, your energy levels, this buoyancy. And I think that's what kind of makes you go, oh my gosh, I didn't feel that something so simple could have such a big impact. Me just going, no, I'm not putting up with that. gosh, the impact that has on my own well-being. That's what you're going to be saying to yourself, pole number 2. That's what you see. So there's this real gratitude in you. There's this real giving thanks. And then it brings you to the rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. And I feel that you're going to be lucky. I feel that that's that energy that I spoke of earlier. I was so drawn to the rabbit. Maybe I should have read it. I should have read Now is a Lucky Time. Because I feel that that's what it is. People are going to give you just this window of opportunity that you can end things. They're almost giving you a way out. And it's just like this lucky break to not have to really hurt somebody, or have to really try and find a way to exit a situation or exit a relationship or a place. So I feel that it is very lucky for you. And I feel there's a lot of abundance coming in. And I'm wondering, pole number 2, if that abundance is energy. I just feel that you're just going to feel like, wow. Normally, I would be in bed by 8 o'clock exhausted. Not that I might be able to sleep that well, but and I'm finding that I've got more energy, I'm more awake, I find it easier to pay attention to things. It's that leaky energy. I'm just really, really getting that for you, my friends. So there is luck and abundance here for you. And this rabbit's got like this autumn leaf as a wing. And I love how these colours very much match. And I get the feeling you'll feel like you've been given wings. Or you'll feel like there's more hours in a day suddenly, and you can't figure it out why. And then down to the tarot. So I'm really feeling that with this 4 of Cups, it's really that energy of seeing what's in front of you, and those things that don't resonate anymore, saying no thank you. And there is going to be, I really feel that this lucky time comes in. There's going to be outs. Really, you're going to be given outs left, right and centre, pole number 2. And I feel there's this energy of kind of like dread a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit of dread and I feel that's completely normal, because when we see things in our life that we have to change, there's dread as into, how do I say that? What do I do? Do I let it fizz out? Do I actually say this is finished? Do I step back and see what happens? And Spirit's saying to me, there's this sense of, look at the relationship, every relationship situation, because they'll all require something different. If you catch up with somebody randomly every now and again, maybe you can just let that fizzle out. But obviously, if it's a partner, or a job, or the place that you're living in, you physically have to say, right, I want out, or not those words, but you know what I mean. So there is this sense of a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of dread, a little bit of, oh, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do this. But Spirit's just saying, the minute you decide, like the minute you know, right, I no longer want this, I no longer want that, I no longer want this, I feel this cup here is your out. I feel that is your opportunity. And it could be as well that something new comes in and that gives you an out. But I feel like you're going to be given this opportunity to kind of exit gracefully. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, and here is your choices, and they are going to have you, these waves in the background is our emotions, and our emotions are that energy inside of us that shows us that something's not quite right. Our emotions show us what needs to be healed. Our emotions show us what we need to look at. So there is that umming and ahhing. There is that little bit like, oh gosh, I don't know how to do this. There are choices, and they're going to have you losing balance a little bit. But I do believe, like, these two cards are together. If you can just, it's almost like take a moment, and when the opportunity, that window opens, that out window opens, jump on it, speak your truth. And I feel it makes this less difficult, because I feel either way, whether you take that out or whether you don't, you'll have those difficult conversations. You'll take that path to end the things that no longer serve you. Because your final card, and I feel this Ten of Pentacles, is a little way in the future for you, pole number 2. But I feel this is what you're heading towards. You're heading towards abundance and happiness. Being in situations and with people that make you happy. The Ten of Pentacles is abundance in, and however that sits with you. So it can be resources, it can be people, love, connections, opportunities. And I feel, oh, excuse me, pole number 2, this is what is waiting for you. And this is what you can achieve when your energy is no longer being drained. This is what you can achieve when you align yourself with places, people, situation, jobs that are meant for you. Life is still difficult, even when we are in alignment, because we do have that human aspect of ourselves that, you know, still we will always have fears. We will always, if we work through our fears, they won't always be the same fears, but we'll always have those little hiccups along the way. But when we align with ourselves, and when we see what works for us and what doesn't, and we align with that, life does become easier. It really does. It's still scary, it's still challenging, but it's just that little bit easier. And I think it's because we believe, we trust, we understand ourselves, we're more in alignment with ourselves, and so therefore we know that what Spirit said to me is, as long as we're moving away from what doesn't serve us, we just naturally need to be moving towards things that do. Because when you understand what no longer serves you, pole number 2, you're not going to jump into a new relationship that mirrors your old one. You're not going to live in an environment that mimics the environment that you're moving away from. The lesson's been learned, so you're not looping that lesson again. You're not going to repeat. Thank you, Spirit. You're not going to repeat that lesson. You're off to new ones, and there'll always be lessons, but there's this sense of moving forward, and no longer repeating what was. So it's such an amazing place when we realize what we're truly aligning with, and we often do that by realizing what we're no longer in alignment with. Very special reading, pole number 2. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love, light and blessings. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. Oh, excuse me. We have the Magician, we have the Emperor, and we have the King of Cups. Wow, interesting. We have Lion Spirit with Be Generous of Spirit, and we have Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Okay, interesting. We have Blessed, and we have Water Lily. Okay, pole number 3. Look at these yellows. Well, this is actually, I don't know if it's going to show up, but this is actually kind of like it's a bit more green than yellow. A bit of an olivey kind of, like a green olive kind of color. The message that I just got, pole number 3, is you might sting yourself this week. Oh, be careful. Sorry, Spirit, thank you. Spirit's corrected me because it wants me to say it exactly as I received it. You may sting yourself this week. You be careful you don't sting yourself this week. Thank you, Spirit. Be careful you don't sting yourself this week. I'm just saying to Spirit, okay, yeah, doesn't want to elaborate on that. There's a sense here, pole number 3, that you might jump the gun on something. You might think that you have all the information, but you actually don't. You might think you understand the situation, but you actually don't. I'm just getting questions. You need to ask more questions. So that's an interesting message coming through for you, pole number 3. So with so you've got overall energy, you've got Blessed and Water Lily. So the first overall energy is Blessed. Beloved child of the universe, believe that goodness will arise in your life. Trust in the beauty that is destined for you. And the affirmation is, I open my arms to receive the many blessings meant for me. That's interesting, because as I read the affirmation, I opened my arms to receive the many blessings meant for me, I actually saw the 4 of Cups. Now the 4 of Cups, pole number 2 had it. So if you're drawn to pole number 2, go listen to that. But I actually, Spirit just showed me the 4 of Cups, and I'm wondering if some of you have got your arms crossed and you're just thinking, I'm just getting the word nup very bluntly. Hang on a minute, Spirit's just saying to me, get the 4 of Cups card to show you. Okay, so this was the first card in pole number 2's reading. So maybe that's what's showing me, because it already fell in pole number 2. You couldn't also have it. This is a 4 of Cups, and I'm just feeling a real no. And it's not even no, it's no. It's closed off energy. The way I'm seeing it in your reading, the way that Spirit is showing it to me. It's very much focusing, legs crossed, arms crossed. I don't want to know. And I think there's something that Spirit wants to show you. I think there's something. Okay, Spirit said leave it there. There's something that Spirit wants to show you. Okay. Beloved child of the universe, believe that goodness will rise in your life. Trust in the beauty that is destined for you. I open my arms to receive the many blessings meant for me. Oh, really getting a sense, pole number 3, this really closed off energy. And I kind of, I'll dig into the rest of the cards. I'm trying to tap into the energy to see why. Spirit's just said to me it'll be different for all of you. Yes, I understand, but why are we getting this closed off energy this week, my friends? So where are you digging your heels in? Where have you Spirit's just gone really quiet. I thought there'd be more to come after where have you dug your heels in, but there's nothing. There's this deafening silence. And the Spirit will pause. I'll often pause in my readings. Sometimes people might think I've checked out, but I'm just waiting for messages, or I'm just getting a feeling that, you know, Spirit showing me a feeling that I need to tap into. But here Spirit is just quiet. It's like this deafening silence. I'm wondering, pole number 3, if somebody's giving you the silent treatment, or if you are giving somebody else the silent treatment. There's a message in that, Spirit just said. In that silence, there's a message, there's a blessing. Do you know, pole number 2, their message was very much about moving away from what they no longer want, and they're not going to be moving forward towards what they want. They're going to be moving away from what they don't want. That's how they know in which direction to move. And you know, with that 4 of Cups that Spirit like showed me initially and then said actually pull it out, I'm wondering if a lot of you need to go and listen to that reading as well, because I'm wondering if this is where you're at this week, and maybe that reading is just a follow on, or maybe it's going to help you understand why you're feeling this way this week, my friends. Because there's this, it's just deafening silence. That's what I'm getting. Just this. And I don't know, I mean, some of you might be doing it to others, some of you might be, it might be happening to you, but there's a blessing in it, regardless of which way it's coming in or out. There's a blessing in it. Spirit just said to me, why are you being stubborn? So my beautiful pole number 3, why are you being stubborn? I'll leave that with you. So your other overall energy is water lily, and the card says, trust in the flow of your life and feel your heart relax. It knows when and how to surrender the struggle. There is an easier way ahead. And the affirmation is, I surrender into ease and grace. There you go, my friends. Trust in the flow of your life and feel your heart relax. It knows when and how to surrender the struggle. There is an easier way ahead. I'm just wondering as well, now I'm getting that silence, I'm just wondering if maybe this is a time for you to take a step back and maybe just be quiet. Now, it's funny because I'm holding the card like this and Spirit's just shown me the colors. Look at these colors. You know, they kind of are all the same group of colors, a little bit lighter, a little bit darker, a little bit like the same in here. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Look at that. We've got two 10s here. We've got 37 and 64. They both come to 10s. There's a massive ending here, my friends. A massive ending. You've got the 10 in tarot is the end of a cycle. It's the end. And then the 10s in numerology, they go to a 1, which is the new beginnings. And you've got the Magician with the 1 as well. There's a new beginning coming that cannot come until something's ended. And I'm wondering if that's why you're kind of going, nah. And because I feel it's one of those big endings. It's one of those endings that, ooh, kind of, what's the word? I saw a tumble dryer. So my hands were working like a tumble dryer. But yeah, they kind of like turn your life upside down. I surrender into ease and grace. And I think that's the message from Spirit is just to surrender. I mean, this one says, I open my arms to receive the many blessings meant for me. I surrender into ease and grace. There's this sense that I'm wondering if this ending has been taken out of your hands. I'm wondering if maybe somebody else is ending something. But Spirit is saying here, it's for your benefit. Look at this, beloved child of the universe. Believe that goodness will arise in your life. Trust in the beauty that is destined for you. And trust in the flow of your life and feel your heart relax. It knows when and how to surrender the struggle. There is an easier way ahead. I'm wondering if this is not a relationship or a job, but a big aspect of your life. And there's going to be, when this ends, pole number 3, there's going to be a lot less struggle. Life is going to feel more beautiful. It's going to feel good. You'll be able to relax. Spirit's drawing me to read these two cards together. So we have Lion Spirit, be generous of spirit, and wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. And now I understand what was said at the beginning about are you going to sting yourself this week? Like, are you going to, yes, sting yourself? Because it's not somebody stinging you. I think it's the struggle of whatever's ending. Some of you are going to try to hold on, and that's how you sting yourself. Be generous of spirit. I feel like that Spirit saying, listen to your soul. Listen to the universe. Listen to God. Listen to those murmurings in your heart. And there's a sense here with the Lion Spirit of being courageous. Know that you're strong enough to go through this. And let it be life that stings you, not you that stings you. So if this is a breakup, my friends, it'll sting. You know, there will be pain and you know, like a possible wound that opens. But when you see, what Spirit's showing me is when we sting ourselves, when we hurt ourselves, and we hurt ourselves off by staying in situations that are not aligned with us, we sting ourselves. It's a lot harder to heal from that, because our ego has an easier time of tricking us with that. So for instance, it might be like, oh well, you know, if it's a relationship, I'm staying for the kids, or no, I'm in a, you know, we got married and it was forever, I'm gonna abide by my vows. Or you know, you know, I've been in this job for a long time and they need me. That's how we sting ourselves. Because when we make ourselves stay, when we make ourselves put up with the struggles, and I'm not talking about struggles of, you know, we all have struggles every now and again. I'm talking about something that is no longer in alignment with you, something that really, if you were honest with yourself, pole number 3, you would agree that it's done and dusted. It's not what it used to be, and it can't be what it used to be. And there is a true honest sense that it needs to end. I feel like the other person, or I feel like if it's a job, I feel like you will lose your job rather than you'll give it up. I feel that if it's a relationship, the other person will probably leave. But I feel this sting card is the sense that will hurt. And there's a chance that you're going to sting yourself on top of that by trying to hold on to it, by trying to say, no, let's do this, let's do that. You will actually lose an extra bit of yourself in it, because there's a good chance that you're going to turn that person around. So if your boss has just said, look, I can't, you know, I have to let you go, there's a good chance if you try that you'll be able to talk them out of it. And that would be a shame, because that's going to keep you in the old. Be generous of spirit. Allow what needs to end, and allow others their freedom. Because it's not easy to fire somebody. It's not easy to end a relationship. So when people get to that point, there's something that we need to sit up and pay attention to. Even if maybe we at that time don't feel the same, there's still something in it. So being generous of spirit, allow others to end things if they need to. This be generous of spirit with this Lion. I'm really feeling just allow things to be. Have the courage to allow things to be as they are. Because pole number 3, you've got 2 major arcana, and then as the minor arcana, you've got the King of Cups. That's very, well, the major arcana is the part that spirit plays in co-creating our life with us. And then the minor arcana is the part that we play. And in the minor arcana, you've got a king, which is the highest minor arcana. So there's this sense of, if you allow yourself, there's really not a lot you're going to have to do this week, pole number 3. You just have to accept and understand. that the struggle stops now, the not alignment stops now. You know, I just saw the water lily, and Spirit just said to me, you know, water lily is a little bit like a lotus. You know, it comes up from the mud in a pond or a lake or a body of water. And as it pokes its head through, then it can flower once it reaches the top. And it has to go through the mud. And there's this sense here of you've been through the mud, pole number 3. Now it's time for you to blossom. It's time for you to leave that area. I feel like you're in that water area now. You've been through the mud, and now you're like going through the water, but you're trying to cling to the mud. You're trying to hold on to all the things that are just naturally being washed away from you. And you won't be able to blossom because you won't allow yourself to shed what no longer resonates. It's not easy though, my friends. So don't think that you should just be able to shake this off and, yeah, I'm good. You know, it is difficult, but I feel here that there is a sense of allow things to be. You're going to be all right. You're going to be better than all right. But this is a big ending. These 2 10s here, both, that gives you 2 10s and 3 1s. That's massive. You know, and even the King of Cups here can be seen like he's the last card of the court cards. And he's the last card of, if you like, if you go from the 10 of Cups through to the King of Cups, he's the last card of the Cups as well. So that signifies endings as well, reaching a level of understanding that creates something new. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, my friends, just going to take a sip of water. Thank you. Now, the Magician here in your reading, I really feel it's just a reminder that life can be magical. That when the old stagnant, what's the word I'm looking for, Spirit? Outdated aspects of our life, as they start to fall away, there's this sense of magic. There's this sense of, I just felt like I can breathe again. You know, it's like after winter and wearing all our coats and boots, and, you know, it makes us heavy, doesn't it? You know, layers and layers of clothing. And then summer, you know, and we walk out in shorts and t-shirts and just thongs. We're so light, aren't we? It's that kind of energy that I'm feeling for you, pole number 3. It's that kind of energy that makes you feel renewed and light and hopeful again for what's to come. And I think that's why the Magician is here in your reading. Now, it's a major arcana, so Spirit is guiding you to this energy, guiding you to new beginnings, guiding you to dream again. Now, I feel that I feel like there's kind of like a gap between the oracles and the tarot. I feel like the oracles is probably this week, maybe a little bit more, and then I feel like the tarot is here as like I often find in my readings that sometimes Spirit likes to give you like a little projection into the future, just to see where you're going, just to see what could be. And I feel that that's what this tarot is. So this is you finding a place where you're open to dream. You know, you've got space in your life now where new things can come in and you can say, gosh, what do I want now? Because you've got not rid, but because the things that no longer resonate with you have fallen away, or you've let them go. And in most cases, both. So there's this energy with the magician of really embracing the new and being excited for the new, like feeling blessed, really feeling blessed, and maybe even already starting to get a sense of what the universe is lining up for you, already starting to see opportunities develop. So there's definitely potential in the air. And I feel that kind of gives you this renewed energy. It kind of gives you, like I said earlier, this fresh breath of life. It's like this fresh breath of life has come through your life, like it's you know, you've aired out the cobwebs kind of thing. There's this sense of lightness and freedom and space for the new to come in, and that's so important. We wonder why new things don't come to us, but if we're not making space for it, it can't. And I like the Emperor right in the middle of your reading, pole number 3, because I feel that, especially with this Lion, this is the Aries card, this is a Leo card. I feel very much like this is that fire energy that you need, whether you're a fire sign or not, it doesn't matter. It's that fire energy that you need to embrace who you are. This is standing up for yourself. This is being comfortable to go, this is me. And I feel this is your future self kind of saying, right, this is me. I'm not changing me anymore to suit others or to fit in. I'm going to be me, and that will draw to me the right people, the right jobs, the right things. And I feel there's, in these endings, these 2 10s, I feel like there's a lot of lessons attached with that. And because the Empress here is, I feel like the lessons are linked with who you are, a better understanding of who you are, being able to say what you need a little bit easier, being able to express, I no longer want energy like that in my life. I no longer want people like that in my life. I no longer want to be like that. I no longer want to give up my sovereignty in order to fit in or make others comfortable or whatever it is. So there's this sense with the Emperor of truly embracing you. And this energy of the Magician and the Emperor together is, you know, really manifesting from a place of true authenticity, manifesting from a place of true understanding what fulfills you, what nurtures you, what makes you happy. And when we understand that, we align with people that also understand that, and therefore there's a lot less compromising, there's a lot less having to give up on core values or aspects of ourselves in order to be in that job or with that person or with these people or in that place. And with the King of Cups here, pole number 3, Spirit is showing me that with this energy of you embracing who you are and not changing yourself for anyone, making sure that everything that you manifest, everything that comes in for you in your life is in true alignment with you, it makes you a King of Cups. Now, the kings are that energy where they have received all that they need, the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom, the capabilities, to actually then be of service. And the King of Cups is of service in a really nurturing way, in a real loving way, in a way that is very fulfilling for all those that are involved. So this is telling me, and this is Spirit reassuring you, pole number 3, that by you embracing who you are and not changing yourself for others, not allowing situations to hang around longer than they need to be able to say, no, I'm not surrounding myself with people like that. I'm not allowing my energies to be taken or leaked, or I'm not going to use my happiness to make others happy. I'm not going to use my energy to uplift others that can't be bothered doing it themselves. You know, that kind of energy actually makes you a more nurturing, loving giver. And Spirit really wants you to know that. It doesn't make us horrible people when we embrace who we are and we say no to things that don't resonate with us. It makes us so much more caring and loving and genuine, honest, giving. And that's beautiful energy to be in. That's a beautiful way to be. Wow, pole number 3, quite a strong message this week. Spirit just said to me, maybe throughout the week, listen to this again or again and again. If you have doubts, I almost feel this sense of, I almost just want to like let the video roll, just even with me not saying anything. There's this sense of stay a while, absorb the messages from Spirit, let them really sink in. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave the message there. Love, light and blessings, pole number 3. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome, my friends. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. I'll just bring those up so we can see them all. There we go. We have the 3 of Cups, we have the Sun, and we have Justice. Wow. We have Cat Spirit, claim your independence. Yes, I can definitely see that. And we have Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. I like these energies together, actually. I like that very much. And then your overall energy, we have Grow, and we have Bear Heart. I was going to say bear hug. Wouldn't that be lovely? A nice big bear hug from a bear. There's a lovely bear. So the card says Bear Heart. Okay. Let me just feel. I just got from Spirit, pole number 4. It said, allow yourself to be joyous. Allow yourself to be happy. Allow. And just keep getting this allow. This is going to be a week filled with opportunity, fun, synchronicities, like just bumping into people and then like just going, oh, I haven't seen you in ages, or bumping into the people that are completely new but just connecting in some way. Or it feels very social, it feels very fun, it feels lively and happy. And then there's Spirit saying to me, allow. So I'm not sure if you're going to feel outside of that. It's almost like you're on the outside looking at everybody else having fun, or I don't know, it's kind of funny message, but I kind of feel like for some of you, you're on the outside of that, and I feel that, but you're not, but that's how you feel. And it really doesn't matter, pole number 4, if there is truth in how we feel or not. When we feel that way, we feel that way. So there's this sense of allowing. Okay, let's get into your cards. So your first overall energy is grow. And the card says, you have learned from what has been and are wiser, more prepared and more capable than ever before. Trust yourself and the path before you. And the affirmation is, I reach for my dreams and grow my soul. What a card. And the card's coming up a little bit purpley in the video, I believe, but the card's actually this beautiful kind of like a vintage pink. Trust yourself and the path before you. I'm wondering if this is the reason why you might be on the outside of all this joy and fun. Because when we grow, it says here, you have learned from what has been and are wiser, more prepared and more capable than ever before. Trust yourself and the path before you. It can make us really serious. We can get really focused on our spiritual work. And what I mean by spiritual work, Spirit is saying it's our inner work. And there's this sense, pole number 4, that I kind of feel like you don't have time for earthly things at the moment. I know that's a weird thing to say, but it's just like I feel like you probably haven't had a lot of pleasure or fun lately, and I feel like it's kind of almost like you've forgotten about those aspects of life, because you're just, Spirit is showing me how dedicated you are to your spiritual growth, how dedicated you are to healing something or levels of yourself. I think firsthand you've seen, like really seen, how we can let ourselves down, how we can be our own worst enemy, and you're just no longer willing to allow that anymore. And there's this sense that all your focus is on inner growth, and Spirit is calling you back into the world. That's a big message there, pole number 4. I reach for my dreams and grow my soul. I feel like Spirit's saying to you, pole number 4, you've done a lot of inner work. There's been a lot of growth in you. There's been a lot of understanding in you. And now come back out into the world and apply it, use it, because we are a soul, we're a spiritual being, but we're also a human being. We're also of this earth. And there's this sense of come back to your body, come back to your mind. And I'm really getting this sense from Spirit is allow yourself to have fun. It's like there's a lot of seriousness in you, and the energy that I'm getting, I can really understand why. Pole number 4, I can really understand that. Things in our life, lessons, let's say, in our life cause us to grow. And as we grow, we kind of, I think we like what we see when we're growing, when we're evolving, when we're gaining understanding, and sometimes it can lock us into that, and we kind of then don't really care as much about our body or our life as such. But there's this sense of come back to the world now, because I feel like Spirit's lining things up with you, pole number 4, in the real world. And it's almost like you need to come back to life. I hope I'm making sense, my friends, because this is an amazing message, and I feel this reading is going to be quite amazing for you. And I'm feeling slightly emotional, but not my energy, my friends. I'm tapping into your energy. This is your energy, and I feel that it's like your hard work is going to pay off, but the only place that it can pay off is in the circumstances that surround your life. So for instance, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's saying I need to explain that. So Spirit is showing me that our inner work is so important, because our inner work is what enables us to be aligned with our outer world. Thank you, Spirit. Our inner work is so important because it allows us to be aligned so that our outer world can match that alignment. So there is this sense of inner work, bringing that into our physical life. Excuse me. Oh, sorry, I've got terrible hay fever. It just makes my nose run. Sorry, my friends. So it's like we do the inner work, and then we bring that to the world. So what does that mean is that we interact with the world how we are now, that our evolved self, the self that we've been working on. Now we bring that to the world, and we come from that place. And then we'll have new journeys, and then we'll do a bit more inner work, and then we'll have new journeys. And it's this kind of it's this harmony, it's this dance between our spiritual self and the reality of life. And one without the other doesn't work so well, because we are both, for starters. So then straight away, if one of them is ignored, we're immediately out of balance. But there's this sense that if you are only the spiritual and you don't integrate that into the reality, there's no connection with others or the world, and so you bring none of your knowledge, you bring none of your growth into the mix, and the world then finds it hard to interact with you. So even though spiritually you have evolved, if you block the outside world, that the level that you've evolved to is kind of null and void, if you like, pole number 4. Same thing if we live in the world and we don't do our inner work. We just literally run around from one thing to the other, and there's never any alignment, or there's a real hit and miss kind of thing, because our spiritual, we don't tap into what we really want. We don't tap into who we really are. We don't express ourselves on an authentic level. So the two merge together to create this beautiful combination of spiritualness and physicalness, if you like. So Spirit is really calling your pole number 4 to come back into the world now. I think that's what this week is you stepping back into the world, back into life, and using what you've learned. Like, it's not using what you've learned really, Spirit's saying it's integrating this authentic you into life. Gosh, pole number 4, this is really deep. This is, I hope it's making sense. The Spirit just said to me, those of you that need to understand this very deeply will. So that's all good. The other overall energy is bare heart. Your heart is held whole and healing as you let go of pain from the past. Rest deeply. You will soon arise anew. And the affirmation is, I have the inner strength to love, support, and heal myself. You will soon arise anew, and I feel that is you stepping out into the world. That's when we do our spiritual world, and then we step out into the world, and our life changes. Things that are not meant for us will fall away, or they've probably been falling away anyway while you've been doing your spiritual work. And then things can come back in, things that are more aligned with you that can come in. And it does take inner strength. This is really about your growth, about your healing from the past, about you. It's not that you're a new person. It's just when we tap into our authenticity, when we tap into a level of our authenticity that we have right in this moment, because that's what growth is. Or every time we tap into more alignment with our authentic self. And I feel like that's what you're doing. That's what you've been doing. And now understanding your authentic self and how to apply that, how to be authentic in the world is your next stage, your next step, pole number 4. And you've got cat spirit, and it says claim your independence. And I feel this is Spirit saying to you, pole number 4, be you no matter what. Your independence is knowing exactly what is right for you. Your independence is being able to say, look, I'm very sorry, that doesn't work for me. This is not independence where you don't allow others to help you. Not at all. This is independence where you know how to ask for what you need. This is independence that allows you to walk your path. And it says claim your independence. Pole number 4, this is where you take your wisdom, you take what you've learnt, You take your healed self out into the world and you claim your independence. You say what works for you. It's like you go out and you march to the beat of your own drum. If you were drawn to pole number one is a future you. Pole number one is your near future. And then you have wolf spirit. It says turn knowledge into wisdom. And I feel in your reading, strangely enough, is I know the card says turn knowledge into wisdom, but I feel that Spirit is saying to you, pole number 4, you've done that. You've turned your knowledge into wisdom. You've gained that wisdom. You have gained that wisdom. Now, the wisdom that you gained is knowledge that you can put back out into the world. So there's almost this sense in your reading that when you get back into the world, what you have learned is going to be of service to others. You know, you might have real sincere words of wisdom for somebody in your life that really helps them. You might help one person, you might help a group of people, you might start a channel or a podcast or something like that and really coach people or give guidance, or maybe you might just tell your story and it helps others. But there's this sense that the wisdom that you have gained, pole number 4, you're going to be turning that into knowledge that the world can use, knowledge that others can use. And then we've got the tarot. So you've got the 3 of Cups. Sorry, Spirit's just calling me back to the wolf spirit. Spirit just said to me, the wolf is not a lone creature. They run in packs. And we as humans, we are not lone creatures either. We are at our best. We function at our best when we form part of a community, when we need interactions with others. You know, our spirituality sometimes can make us feel that I've got this, I don't need anybody, I like my alone time. And that's sometimes what we need in order to flush out the world and listen and hear and get to know our true selves, our authentic selves. Because you cannot be independent, you cannot claim your independence if you don't know who you are. And sometimes the noise of the world, the noise of others is so loud that we can't gauge who we are. So we need to retreat a little bit. But Spirit has said, wolf spirit is here because we're not meant to be alone. So your alone time has finished, pole number 4. It's time to get out there and to share. I feel like you're going to be sharing. I feel like, and it doesn't mean that you find a job in like the healing world or coaching or counseling or things like that. It can just be that you just share your wisdom with the people that you work with, or you share the people with your environment, or you start a little group, or it really doesn't matter. But there's this sense that your wisdom that you have gained, you've gained it for a reason. It's not just for you. And you've got this 3 of Cups, and I feel that there's this sense with this 3 of Cups, I'm really feeling it like your soul tribe is coming in, your group that's aligned with you, people that get you, people that understand you, people that see your worth. they're coming in. And there's going to be so much joy. There's going to be so much happiness. And I feel this is going to come in quite rapidly for you, pole number 4. And I think that's why Spirit is really, really insistent on your, let's say, hibernation period is finished. Look, you're coming out into the sun. You've got the Justice here. There's this sense of it really, I'm just getting it's time to come back into the world. Your soul tribe's coming in. You're aligning with people, places, things, situations, jobs, whatever it can be. But there's this sense that things are going to start to come in the real world that reflect the inner work that you have been doing, pole number 4. That's always beautiful. That's the blessing behind inner work, is when our life starts to align with that. Things feel good. People feel right. Situations feel like, oh, wow. It's just because things are in alignment. And you've got the sun. And I feel like this card with the sunflowers in the background, Spirit's just saying, follow your sun. Follow your light. You know what that is now. You don't have to find your inner light. You found that. Now you just need to allow that to guide you in the outer world. And this is happiness. And this is success. And this is joy. And this is alignment. The Sun card is all good things. It's a major arcana. It's the part that Spirit plays in co-creating our life with us. And Spirit's bringing you the sun. Clarity. Knowing. The ability to move forward. The ability to see the way. There is true alignment here, pole number 4. True alignment in where you're going, what you're wanting. And it's just going to take a moment for you just to kind of throw off those winter coats and embrace the warmth. Embrace the space that you've created for yourself. And not be afraid, not shy away from the new that's coming. And then we finish the reading with Justice. And it's this, again, I'm getting this sense of Spirit is bringing to you, is filling that space that you've made, bringing everything back into alignment, back into balance. This is the sword of truth. I see it as this, like being in complete alignment. It's cut out all the untruths. It's cut out everything that no longer serves you. So that the things that do, the things that are really in alignment with you can come in. The Justice is also saying, pole number 4, especially with this Claim Your Independence card, it's saying you know what is right for you now. You see yourself more clearly than you ever have. So you see what resonates and what doesn't resonate. And there's almost like this sense of be truthful about that. You know, justice is based on fact. Justice is based on the truth being told. And there's this sense of who you are in this present moment is a fact. Yes, you're going to change as you grow and evolve and dig deeper, you uncover more truths about yourself. But in this very present moment, you're really authentic, pole number 4. And with this Justice card, I'm feeling the Justice and the Sun card, actually, I'm really feeling, allow that to be your guiding light. Like the baby here is not, or the young child here is not wearing any clothes. There's this sense of liberation. There's this sense of not pretending. There's this sense of, I know exactly who I am. And Justice next to that is saying, okay, you know who you are now, then be just in making decisions and choices that they align with who you are. You know, there's no pretending. And I feel the scales as well here. They're also talking about, I feel after this period of a lot of inner work, it's almost like, okay, I was going to say reward. Spirit said I don't like the word reward. I'm just waiting for Spirit. Okay, it'll come to me, Spirit said. So after a period, so these scales, after a period of a lot of inner work, Spirit's now saying, go out into the world and receive your blessings. Oh, thank you. That's much better than receive your reward. Receive the blessings that come from that. Receive what is aligned with you. If you don't go out into the world, pole number 4, if you don't interact with the world, if you don't, because a lot of us can get trapped in, okay, I'm like this in my spiritual space, and when I go out into the world, I don't embrace my authenticity. I don't embrace the spiritual me. I keep that for my quiet space, for my behind closed private doors. I'm not the same person when I go out as when I'm inside my home. And there's this sense of Spirit saying, no, bring the two together. Bring your spiritual self out into the world, because it's going to be of service, not only to others, but to you, so that the right things can align with you, so the right things can come in for you. There is a beautiful promise here, pole number 4. There's a promise of really beautiful things to come. Definitely more joy, more alignment, more clarity, more happiness, and definitely more truth, more understanding. And there's this sense of things coming into balance, where you might feel a little empty, or there's a bit of emptiness in your life, that's going to be filled. So I feel like this reading, pole number 4, if I had to give it a word, it would be promise. It's almost like Spirit's giving you a promise here. And all you need to do is be your authentic self out in the world. Get back out into life. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love, light and blessings, pole number 4. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.